Hi everyone! So I'm finally getting around to doing my Q&A vlog. I decided to just save it for my last country, which I'm in now, Colombia. The World Cup's about to start. I bought my jersey today, so I'm cheering Colombia on. Woo. But I decided to save my Q&A for this month because it's my last month and I'll be home in 26 days and I know you guys will have a ton of questions. So I thought I could just go ahead and answer a few of those now to just prepare you guys for when I come home so soon. So just a general overview of what I've been doing in case you're just now following me. I'm currently in month 11 of the world race, which is 11 countries and 11 months. My route started in India, and then we went to Nepal, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. Then we went to Africa and Ethiopia and Rwanda, and then this is my 4th month in South America, and I've been to Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, and now I'm in Colombia. So just some few generic questions. My favorite place thus far. Colombia is probably going to be one of my favorite months. This month we're working in a rehab facility, and my heart is just for people to know their worth and know that nothing that they've ever done or will do can separate them from the love of the Lord. So I'm super excited for this month, and we get started tomorrow. We just got here yesterday, so this might be my favorite month, but before this, my favorite month was in Thailand. I was in between Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, Thailand, in this little tiny town called Luang Pao, and I was working with an organization called Sending Hope Thailand, and we basically were at a girls' home. There was 40 girls there. They weren't orphans because many of them came from divorced homes, and in Thai culture, when your parents get divorced, the women cannot take their previous children into the future marriage, so they just kind of abandon them. So they're orphans in a sense, but they also have family. I absolutely loved this organization. I loved each and every one of those girls. We had a few come in and a few go out because they aged out of the program while we were there. But there was this one little girl in particular. If you've read any of my blogs, you know who she is. Jumji was my favorite little girl. And that month I just really learned the Lord's heart for myself and how to have childlike faith and just run after the Lord wholeheartedly and not hold back in who the Lord has created you to be. And that's just a really cool month for just me to grow in who I was and who I know the Lord has created me to be, and just exist in who He has created me to be and not try to be something else or try to strive to be something that's perfect or whatever the world wants me to be. So that was my favorite month and my favorite ministry. My second favorite was Rwanda. Africa is beautiful. And Rwanda specifically is beautiful, and there is a huge part of my heart in Rwanda, and I'm for sure going back there. And we just did house visits and taught English, and we got to evangelize in schools, and at the end of the month in Rwanda we got to hand out over 900 Bibles in this one school, and we just saw people come to know the Lord, and just the Lord's presence was so palpable in Rwanda. And we also had the experience of parent vision trips, so my mom got to come to Rwanda, which was such an amazing experience to be able to serve alongside my mom and just share that with her and have her be a part of just like something that I've been doing for so long, and she just can understand it a little bit better because she's been on the field with me, which is so awesome. So the best part about the world race, that was one of the questions that I received, and I would say the best part is community. The world race just throws you into community, feet first. There's no stepping in easy, you just dive into the deep end with community, and you learn to choose people that you wouldn't normally choose and love them for who God says they are, not who you want them to be. And I think it's so cool because when I forget who I am, I have a group of people around me that know who I am because they've lived with me, and they remind me who Jesus says I am. So when I'm feeling down or feeling discouraged, they encourage me and say, no, like, Gabrielle, you are a daughter of Christ, and He created you to do something amazing in this world. So it's just so life-giving and challenging all at the same time, and it has grown me to just love people for who God says they are and call them higher into who God wants them to be, which is so awesome. Another question I got is, have you had a breakdown, cry, I want to go home moment? So before yesterday, I would have said no, but yesterday I had that moment, and I was just like, guys, I can't take it anymore. And it was just a combination of things. We had been traveling for over 40 hours, so I was exhausted. We're staying in a house, but the house we're staying in is not in the best quality because they're like waiting for the permit to tear it down so they can rebuild it. But they put us here so we'd have privacy from the rehab facility. So there's just like holes in the ceiling, and we had done laundry and it was pouring rain and my laundry wouldn't dry, and then the ceiling started leaking on my bed, and it's just like a combination of all these things where I was like, Lord, I am fed up. It is month 11. Like, I'm ready to go home. I'm tired. But it was so cool to just have my team rally around me and encourage me. And one of my teammates, Diane, was like, let's just worship. So she turned on worship music and we just worshiped and just had that perspective change, which was super awesome. Another question. What food have you liked the best? My favorite food probably out of all 11 countries is Thailand. I think it was the community that I ate it in with 40 cute little girls, makes food taste better. But I also just love Thai food. It's a lot of curry, but it's based on coconut, and there's noodles and rice and chicken, and you can make it sweet or spicy, and it's just a very versatile food, and I've really loved that food. India was really good food too. I love Indian food, but our host made it so spicy, so that was super challenging month 1 going into that and just being like, woo, this is spicy. Next question, what has been the most surprising thing about these 9 months? I think the most surprising thing that I found is that I've fallen in love with every single place I've been. I think when I came on the race, I had this perception that I would fall in love with just like 1 or 2 places, and then those are the places I would go back to. But I've fallen in love with every single place I've been to and the people that I've been there with, even if it was challenging. Like in Bolivia, it was freezing. We were doing really hard ministry at a rehab facility. There was a lot of spiritual warfare. But when I left that country, I was like, I'm leaving a piece of my heart here. So I think that was just surprising how in love I would fall with all of the places and all of the people that I would meet. Next question, what is the biggest thing you have learned? I think the biggest thing on World Race I have learned is surrender. All the Lord wants is our yes. All the Lord wants is us to surrender to Him and follow Him in everything we do and obey Him when He speaks to us. Grace, which many of you know, was on my first team. She's my best friend. She taught me in the very beginning of the race that the Lord fights our battles. In Exodus 14:14 it says, the Lord will fight your battle, you need only be still. And I think I've just really pressed into what that means and found that it means so many different things. And the Lord fights for me, and the Lord fights for my family, and I don't have to fight those battles on my own because He's fighting them for me, which is so awesome. So just surrender and just fighting my battle via prayer. So when things are going on at home, I can just be like, Lord, I'm halfway around the world and I can't fight this battle without you, and I need you to step in and I need you to be there and just make this battle your own. And the way that He stepped up in faithfulness and just been there when I needed Him the most has just been so amazing. And just a fulfillment of the promises that He has made since the beginning of time in His Word. So surrender. Just giving it to the Lord, which is so cool. Okay, the last question. What is the weirdest thing you have eaten or done? So we're in Thailand. Thailand is very famous for its night markets. And I was like, okay, I have to do something weird in Thailand because it's like a night market and you just gotta do something crazy every once in a while. So I went to Thailand in the night market and I ate a Thai horseshoe crab. And I'm pretty sure many of you guys are thinking of the big horseshoe crabs that are ancient and they're the big dome with the spiky tail. But this was a bug this big, and it was black and it had these big pinchers on it. And they're known to have blue blood, which is really weird. So I ate, it was probably this big, maybe the size of an iPhone. And I split it with one of my friends, so he ate the end of it, the butt, and I ate the head, and it was really gross and really crunchy. So it's probably the weirdest thing I've eaten. We've also been served, in South America, we've been served llama meat, which tastes like beef jerky. It's not bad. Some teams have had to eat guinea pig. I never ate guinea pig. So we've eaten some really weird things. And as far as doing weird things, I think every day on the race we do something weird. Like last month, we were riding home from church in a van, sitting on a mattress, 8 of us, with both doors open. Just like the uncomfortable things that you would be like, oh my gosh, this is the most dangerous thing in the United States. It's a normal for month 11 racers. So, yeah, that's all the questions that I got, but just to give you guys a heads up for when I come home, because I'll be coming home June 22nd, and I'm so excited to come home. The Lord has just been so faithful, and just being part of every single day, and just like giving me peace about coming home, but also giving me peace about grieving the season that I've just walked through with some of like my best friends that I'll have for a lifetime, and just this like really tight-knit community. So I'm super excited to come home. It's going to be challenging just because it's going to be so different from what I've been living the last 11 months. So I just want to give you guys a heads up, like if there are times when I'm just like, I need time alone or time to process, like I'm nervous to come back into the culture that I have not known for a year, but I've known my whole life, you know? With that being said, like I want to answer y'all's questions. I want to know, what you think about what I've done. Like I want to hear your stories of what you've done with your life for the past year, and I hope to be able to share all of my stories with all of you. So I'm super excited to be coming home. I'm super excited to be sharing all of my stories with you because I think that my stories just show how good God is and that He's been working and moving so extraordinarily much in these past 11 months in my life and even back home in your lives. So I'm looking forward to coming home. I'll be home in 26 days. Thank you to every single person that has prayed for me, that's supported me, that's just been along this journey with me. It has just amazed me how just generous and supportive you guys have been as my friends, as my families, as my church community, as my church body, as complete strangers, some of you have never met. And the Lord's just been so faithful to me through all of you. And I have a feeling He's not done yet. And I'm super excited to just come home and be with all of you guys and just let my community continue and grow in new ways and me grow in new ways and just figure out what the Lord has for me in this next season. So yeah, I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you when I get home so soon. I'm so excited. I love and appreciate each and every one of you so dearly. And I can't wait to catch up on how your last year has been. So thank you so much for listening. I know this was a little long, but yeah, I can't wait to see you guys. Thanks. Bye.